Hello, hello, it's Kim Corallo, Shut the Front Door Too. If you're new here, we are a wreath door hanger vintage gift store and we are out of Lexington, Kentucky. And if you like vintage, which is what this page primarily centers around, we are forever learning and forever willing to add in new and different things. But right now we've been doing vintage hauls and it is working out pretty well for us. So if you like that kind of thing, consider subscribing. If you've watched before, thank you so much for being here. Today, before we show you our vintage items, I want to do a little housekeeping. We have had Etsy on vacation and we have soft launched a couple of times, which basically just means we put some items up unannounced just to try to get in the algorithm. And it's going really well. We put them up and the things sell pretty quickly. So we are probably going to hold back. We're just going to wait. We're going to go all in come January 1st. And when I say all in, we may not have, a ton of things listed, but we're starting back with Etsy being open so that you guys who do not live local to Lexington, Kentucky and may want something, you can head right on over. Our haul videos, we will have different kinds. Sometimes we'll say it's going to this booth space or this booth space. Sometimes we may say it's all going to Etsy. So bear with us as we start this new little added in venture, and let's get started today with why you're here, and that's to look at some pretty good vintage items. Started off with this really cool lidded handmade box. If you have watched before, you know that I am a fan of anything handmade. You also know lidded boxes are my jam. Now this is a smaller one, but there's plenty of room to throw in jewelry for a side table. I probably would add something this pretty and nothing has, this one has some scrapes and scratches. We'll oil it up. Nothing has been cleaned up or researched yet, but I would probably say that this just on its own would look really pretty in a shelving unit or a side table. Uranium glass is all the rage. Not everyone at all, but a lot of folks are really digging it. And I like it too. I don't collect it. I don't find that much. And I'm not even sure what this pedestal dish would have been used for. It's really shallow. It may have had a lid at one time. It needs a bath desperately. But this, for me, what I think is so sweet about this, I think you could use it in a lot of ways. I think you could use this as a soap dish by your sink. I think you could also use this as a catch-all for jewelry change by your bedside table. But I also think it would be a useful, like maybe if you're a cook or you're looking for a gift for a cook, something like this for people to put their salt in. Lots of reasons or ways that you could use something like that. Also would just go good for, a collector. Pottery is all-time fave. This particular piece is only signed with, I think, a J. So, no maker's mark, but I loved the glaze on this. I loved that it had almost like 3 different types of glaze. And in person, I don't know if it's coming across on the screen that well or not. On person, it almost has a copper kind of sheen. I'm calling this a vessel. It would really be good for a desk for pencils. It's a little tall, maybe a little too tall for that after I've even said that, but it's a super cool shape and size, and super glad to get that. Pottery is harder and harder and harder for me to find. It used to be one of the easiest things I could pick up, and I'm just not finding it that often. I did find some cool pieces this time, including this wonderful bowl. It is just decorative. I would think you could use it as a small fruit bowl. It's not super huge. It is super beautiful. Love the pedestal. Love that free-formed edge, and the colorway is really cool. It's got some shades of blue. Some of the blue is hinting a little towards the green side, but I would still call it blue, and I am loving it. Loving it. This was just something cool. It's a reproduction. It's probably 80s, 70s, late 70s, early 80s. It holds matchsticks, so you would open it up here, put the matchsticks in, then you would get the matchsticks out of here. So it's considered vintage, but not super old. But I thought it was cool because it would stand on its own. So if for someone that loves candles, and then you could have, you know, the sitting beside the candles, but it also has the hole here that could hang on a wall. The best piece of pottery, literally, that I have found in a while. I haven't done research, but this is signed, and I will do some research on this. I think this is professional. I don't think this is just a hobbyist piece. Love the free form, almost shell-like. Whatever the glaze is inside here is awesome. So interesting that it has a little handle. Don't know if you know, the maker intended for it to hang. It does have the little feet, and the colorway is stunningly beautiful. Paperweight, it's a baseball. It's really cool. Paperweights are fun. They're great gifts. They're also something that I pick up. I've learned that quality matters, and I have learned a little bit about how to spot quality. This is a quality paperweight, but what makes it so cool is it would be great for a little boy's room, a baseball player, because little boys' things are harder and harder to find. I find a lot of things that you could put in a little girl's room, but little boys, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes they get left out. So I pick up a lot of things when I know it would just really look good in a little boy's room. And then look at this cute pottery. The colorway is what did it for me. The size is really good. It's not extremely huge. The handle on it is sweet and cute, and the ruffled edge, of course, just takes it up a notch. But when you have pottery that has such a fun colorway, can you imagine the person who was the artist? I mean, I just can't even imagine. And it's unsigned. Super cute. Glad to have it. How many times can I say super and cute? Count. And at the end, let me know. Not gonna say super cute, even though it really is. Well, I guess I did say it, didn't I? Okay, just ignore that. Anyway, look at this super, oh my gracious. Almost immediately, it came right back out again. This is a picture, and it is probably more decorative. I would probably use this for florals. Obviously, it's a frog, and it's not super old. I would imagine this is from the 80s, but you know, it has that Majolica style, but it is not an antique Majolica plate or not plate. I was thinking about a plate that I have. It is not an antique Majolica picture, but it is inspired by, I think, and it is really nice. No chips, no issues. Deskwear set. Deskwear items have always been something I'm drawn to. I don't really, I guess I shouldn't say I don't have a need with my career choice, with all of the things I do. I don't sit at a desk. How's that? All day, but I'm always drawn to desk sets. This is a pencil holder. And so Well, it's not that, well, let's go. Well, it's quite a bit different because I was saying this could maybe used to hold pens and pencils. Probably nix that idea. But that's exactly what this is. And I liked the wooden edge, and this raffia black edge, whatever this is really interesting. It adds a lot of texture. And then just staying with the desk theme, guys, everything needs to be cleaned. It hasn't been cleaned. This could be a dresser caddy. It could also be a desk caddy. These types of things are hugely popular. I don't find a ton of them, but when I find them, I do pick them up because I know that there is a market for them. A super cool hand painted tray. It's really well done. It's on a hanger, and I'm gonna leave it on the hanger because the person who gets this could put it on a wall, but it is a good size for a shelving unit to sort of be the backdrop, and it could also be used flat and used just for a decorative tray. I'm gonna go, well, I was gonna show you my favorite thing last, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and show you my very favorite thing, and it is this, what I think is probably antique. It is copper and brass box. It is so heavy, guys. And I'm not, I didn't do research, so I can't be 100% sure, but this thing is old, very, very old. And I was so drawn to it for its character. You know, when you're adding antiques and vintage into your home, I think that's part of the fun, is the layering, adding different textures and different years even. I know that when you're decorating, I kind of throw all the rules out. I kind of feel like if I like it, if I love it, I'm going to find a place for it. And I know that a real decorator would be cringing right now, but I think that's what makes the collecting of antiques and vintage so fun. A cutie, not so little, but a cutie wooden jewelry box. It does open, and it's not that hard to open, so I don't know why, but it has the drawers inside for the jewelry. Super cute. Well, let's see. If I say it over 10, then whoever guesses, well, I guess you could count, so it wouldn't be a guess. Okay, I don't know. This video is turning into a train wreck really fast. Good thing I had some great things to show you here today. Jewelry boxes are fun, and the older ones are very collectible. This is another favorite thing, and I have more actually. They are perfume bottles, and they're marked France. I do believe that the silver parts on these are sterling. There are no marks for sterling, so I don't know if I can authenticate that. So I do believe that, well, let's put it in the camera. I do believe they are sterling. If not, they're at least sterling plate, and these are really, really beautiful. They will be sold individually. They are perfume bottles or possibly snuff bottles, and they are French. I did do some research a little bit on these, and I need to go down a deeper rabbit hole on these, but some people are calling them Limoges. They're not marked Limoges, so I'm not going to say they're Limoges, but they are marked France, and they are pretty cool. Guys, that's it. That's all we have for you today. We do appreciate you very much. We are going to not be thrifting, we don't think, the week of Thanksgiving, which is next week. Or this week, because I think this will be posted on a Sunday. So we just want to tell you happy Thanksgiving. We hope that you enjoy your family and your friends and whatever you will be doing. if we get out and do some thrifting, we will do another video, but we're just being real here. Time may not allow for that. Go have the very best day, and we'll talk to you really soon.